Let us return once more to Visual Studio and make the changes so that the assembly of the Razor class library now gets loaded only when necessary. What I would like to achieve with this demo is that on initial load of the Blazor application, only the main DLL containing our Blazor application is downloaded. But when I navigate to the employee's full details, I will only at that point download the Razor class library that contains our map. That will bring down the initial load time for our application, and that's exactly what I'm after here. To add this type of lazy loading, which is exactly what I'm going to add, I need to start by making a change in the project file. In the project file, I need to reference which assembly, which DLL that is going to be lazily loaded. For that, I need to add an item group entry here, specifying that our components library will be lazy loaded. Now, just adding this doesn't solve anything yet. I also need to manually now say when, at which point in the application, I want this DLL to be downloaded. And note that you can, of course, do this with multiple DLLs. To specify that, I'm going to go to the app Razor. And in here, the router lives. That is the component that we already saw that handles all the navigation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write code that hooks into the navigation events of the router. And I'm going to write code that will check if we are effectively navigating to the detail page. And if so, then we are going to download our DLL, our components library, that is. Now we are going to call in the help of the lazy assembly loader. That is a service that is automatically registered by a Blazor application, so we don't need to do anything for that. So we can again use dependency injection and inject that service here. Here I'm injecting the lazy assembly loader. So this will help us to load our components library in a lazy fashion. I'm now going to use, in this case, a code block. We could, of course, also use a component class. And in here, I create a new list of assemblies. On the router, I'm going to specify which are the additional assemblies it may need to work with. And I'm going to instead hook into the onNavigateAsync method, a method called by the router when we are navigating. Let me add the implementation for the onNavigateAsync. In here, in the onNavigateAsync, I'm going to check if the path that we're navigating to contains the word employee detail. If that is the case, I'm going to use the lazy assembly loader and I'm going to ask it to lazily load the Bethany's PyCharm hrm.componentslibrary.dll. This is going to use JavaScript interop to fetch the DLL, specified here, using an asynchronous network call. Then I'm going to add an assembly to this list of assemblies, and that list of assemblies was specified here on the router as the value for the additional assemblies. So when a new DLL is loaded, it will be downloaded using this code, and it then will be automatically seen by the router using these additional assemblies. Let's put a breakpoint here. That's the easiest way to see how this is now working. I'm going to run the application again. You automatically see that the breakpoint is being hit, but it will just skip the code. If we go to employees, again the breakpoint will be hit, the first one that is. But again, no assembly will be downloaded. And I now click on full details. At this point, since our path contains employee detail, the assembly will be loaded, a network call will be launched using JavaScript interop. The assembly is loaded and our map still works as before, but it was downloaded in a lazy way.